ẹ̀yin bàbá ẹ̀yin màmá ẹ jáde tó bá dijọ́ ìbò Lagos State local government ló ń bọ̀ yìí ẹ dákun ẹ má jókòó sílé ẹ má fìdí kalẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ má wá sọ pé lágbájá ló dá tàmọ̀dò ló sùn ẹ̀ ìwọ náà jáde lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò kọ́ lè yẹn ní tó fẹ́ ẹníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀yin oníṣòwò ẹ̀yin ìyálọ́jà gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá lọ́jà ẹ jáde ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò ẹ lọ dìbò fẹ́ni tó wù yín tó rọ́ sílé ọ̀nà pìtì ẹ̀dẹ̀ ọ̀ wọn èépì yán lélẹ̀ ìdọ̀mọ̀kọ ẹ jáde ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò.
ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kejìlá ó dìbò.
àjọ Lasiec Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission ló ní kẹ́ ẹ jáde kẹ́ ẹ lọ rèé dìbò.
Short documentary and drama. Well, for this election, it's not business as usual. This is a new chapter in local election management in Lagos. It is important to emphasize that ensuring free, fair, and credible local government election is a continuous endeavor that requires a multifaceted approach, strong political will, and the sustained commitment of all the stakeholders. Electoral integrity, whose responsibility is a call to all stakeholders. But investment in the electoral election ṣe máa lọ dáadáa iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni àjùmọ̀ṣe wa ni ìgbàlá gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ló wà níbẹ̀ nígbà bá ṣe pé a máa ní gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lórí election rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọba dúró déédéé election rẹ̀ á lọ dáadáa. To ensure credible and inclusive election in forthcoming local government and NCDA election, we in Lasiec, we too must maintain multi-stakeholders engagement, organize more of this forum before and after the election to build trust. But promoting electoral integrity is not the sole responsibility of Lasiec alone. It's not only Lasiec that can guarantee 100% electoral integrity. It is a collective responsibility of every stakeholder here, political parties, civil society, security agencies, media, youth organizations, and religious leaders, and every citizen. All of us are involved. We, like said, we need to follow all laws that are guiding the election. We need to exhibit neutrality and popularity in the conduct of the election. We need to work in close synergy with security agencies to ensure safety of voters, electoral materials in area prone to violence. Political parties, on their part, need to adhere to all principles of internal democracy. The media must remain a neutral voice to promoting fair coverage. Civil society and youth should also take the lead in voters' education. Beyond organizing the election, we, like said, are committed to continue engaging you on the electoral processes and development. Together, we can ensure that 2025 2012 election set a new standard for grassroots democracy in Lagos State. Let us be here today with the fact that everyone in this room cast their ballot without fear or intimidation. God bless the entire mega city of Lagos. God bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Wow. A round of applause for our electoral commission. That was incredible. Very incredible. God bless you, our electoral chairman. Ọ̀rọ̀ láti gbọ́ láti ẹnu bàbá wa Mr. Deji. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ti sọ pé ìbò tó fẹ́ ṣe ní 12th of July. Ó ṣe pàtàkì fún gbogbo wa. Wọ́n ṣe ìgbà tí a máa kó aṣọ síta àbí a fẹ́ lọ gbá bò àwọn ọ̀dọ́ pé wọ́n ṣáṣe ìbò president àbí governor pé kò kàn wá, ó kàn wá lára, ó kàn wá gan ju ìtì president àbí governor tá a máa ń sọ pé òun ló ṣe pàtàkì. Eléyìí náà ó ṣe pàtàkì gan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi pàtẹ́wọ́ fún bàbá wa. Ok, wọ́n ní kẹ̀sì, wọ́n sì ní nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe, wọ́n fẹ́ fi hàn bí a ṣe lè dìbò.
Good morning, everyone. Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo lé o. Ǹdé o. I am here today to talk on voter education. I hereby respectfully acknowledge the chairman of the local government. I also recognize our electoral commissioner who is representing our chairman, Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. I also wish to recognize Mrs. Akiade, Chairman IPAC, Mrs. Egwabon, representing the Director for Noa, National Orientation Agency, the Chairman CDC, the Yalologists, the Babalogists, our community, Muslim community, the Christian community, the CAN representative, and every one of you. I recognize and respectfully acknowledge your coming here today. Like I said, we are here for one thing today, to talk about local government election, the Lagos State local government election. Why are we here? We are here because we want to talk about local government election. What is this election that we are talking about? In the days of our forefathers, we have the people that they call kingmakers. That is their properties. They go to a certain family, they pick somebody, and they now from the royal family, and they now crown them as kings. But we are not doing like that today. They are still doing it. But because we want every one of you, according to the universal suffrage that my boss has just talked about, the Universal Declaration for Human Rights, Article 21, states that it is the right of everyone to participate in the government of their country, in the government of their state. How their state is being run, how their state is being governed. It is my duty, it is your duty, it is everyone's duty. It is not just some secluded people. Everybody must take part in the government of their state, in the government of their country. And that is why we are here today. Who are the people that conduct this election? My boss has explained that there are two different bodies, the Independent National Electoral Commission and Lasiec, Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. We conduct different elections. While the INEC conduct the federal elections, which is called the general elections, Lasiec conduct local government elections. Ìjọba tani o, ìjọba tarawa, ìjọba arawa, kì í ṣe ìjọba anybody. It is our own. Why are we now not claiming our own rights? When it comes to general elections, people come out. But when it comes to local government elections, what do we see? It is very disappointing if I am to tell you that out of the voting statistics for Lagos State, you know we have about over 6 million people that are registered voters in Lagos. When it comes to INEC, they all come out, one two yaya. But when it comes to local government election, if I tell you the percentage, the number of people that participate in local government election, you will say, We have over 6 million people that are registered voters, but only over 600 people are the people that actually vote in local government election. That is just 10%. 10% is very disappointing. It's like you having 1,000 naira and you are removing 100 naira, what is 100 naira going to do? What can it buy? Now, that is how our voting statistics now. In Ife-Akojaye local government, we have 165,000, over 165,000 registered voters. And as at last election, I don't want to tell you how many people came out and voted. But you and I know that I said, if Lagos State, the whole of Lagos State, is just 600,000, how many people is Ife-Akojaye out of that? Let's tell ourselves the truth o. Ẹ jẹ́ abára wa sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. This is not the time for anybody to sit down at home and say, jẹ́ kán lọ ṣe, let them go and do it. They know who they want to put there. It is no. It is our own. Let everybody come out and participate in this government. It is our government. It is not anybody's government. We are the ones living in this state. We are the ones passing this road. We are the ones taking our children to school. We are the ones using that Ife-Akojaye General Hospital. Who is it? Who is the one using it? You and I. And that is why we have come to tell ourselves the truth. Out of 165,000 registered voters, please, and please, we are begging you, we are imploring you, we are assuring you, let people come out and vote. Let them participate in this election. We want to see a change. We don't want to see just 10,000 people to come out. We don't want to see just 3,000 people voted. When we go from polling unit to polling unit, we don't want to be counting 1, 2. We want to be counting in 50s, in 100s. So, we are here again to tell you that as stakeholders, you are a catalyst for change in your environment. You are a catalyst for change in this local government. You must participate. You must ensure that your vote counts. I want to tell you that come Saturday, July 12th, 2025, there will be adequate security that is provided. We are already training our adult personnel. We are telling you, assuring you that by 8 a.m. when the vote counting starts, when the vote procedure starts, our adult staff will be present. This our election is not like before. Since 2004 that we have started conducting the election, we have noticed that the percentage was going down, and that is why we are here today. In 2004, we have about just 29%. But as at the last local government election in 2021, we have just 10%. What happened? Are we not the same people living here? Don't be tired. There is hope for better future. And that is why we are here telling ourselves the truth. That you stakeholders, our Baba Lodgers, our Lodgers, the artisans, our religious leaders, everyone matters. Every vote counts. Your vote might be the deciding factor. Don't be tired. This is not the time to be tired because of our future. This is the time to demonstrate that your vote counts. It can make a difference. When you want to start the election by 8 o'clock, you are supposed to go to your voting polling unit. Before that day, by this Saturday, the voters register will be displayed at all collation centers so that you will know where you are expected to cast your vote. It is not on that day that you start looking for, let me go to this polling unit. They said my name is not here. Let me go to this polling unit. They said my name is not there. Don't wait until then, you. For every ward in this Ife-Akojaye, for every ward in Lagos State, there is collation center. go and check your name where your polling unit is located, so that you don't now be running from pillar to post. Say, I didn't find my name here, that's why I return home. We don't want story. We don't want story. On that day, we expect you to have gotten your PVC. Ibi tẹ́ bá tọ́jú ẹ̀sìn, please ẹ tètè lọ bá wa kàn, ẹ gbọ́ jáde, ẹ bá wa kú jáde, ẹ fi sí tòsí. Ibi tẹ́ tí a máa rí lọ́ọ̀kan pé ìbò ń bọ̀, òun nìyẹn tí bá ti mú. Mo lọ sí polling unit wa ni. When you come to your polling unit, our personnel, presiding officer, poll clerk, security, they are there to attend to you. This is not about only those who are physically okay. No, even person living with disabilities.
To vote, but 600 people voted. Our vow, the political leaders caused this because àwọn ibi tí a ti ṣe àwọn ará ìlú, àwọn nǹkan tí a ṣe fún ará ìlú àjẹjọ kan bọ́ síta kan wá dìbò. Ẹni tí ó ti tọ́sìkò láti jẹ́ òun ló máa jẹ́ olórí, ẹgbẹ́ lòpin wá láti lórí ìbò, ẹgbẹ́ lé wọn lórí. Ẹni tí ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ láti ọdún tó pọ̀, tó yẹ kó jẹ́ òun ló kàn, ẹ wò pé tún dúró fún another time. Tó dàgbà sí ní àbò kéré sí. Ọjọ́ orí lọ lórí gbogbo wa lójoojúmọ́, ẹ̀wọ̀n adékájáde káwá dìbò. I am talking on behalf of the 19 political parties. Òbí ṣe ìdúpọ̀ ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀, gbogbo òbí ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀. In my own political party, èmi àtàwọn candidates mi, we drag ourselves to the national. Ṣé máa rò pé pátì kan ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kò torí pé a kò jura wa lọ, a gbọ́ ti pátì kan yàtọ̀ sí pátì kejì. On behalf of the 19 political parties, which I'm representing them this morning, mo fẹ́ tọrọ àforíjì pé kẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ ẹ dáríjì wá. Gbogbo bí tá a ti ṣe tó fi lè mú yín wò pé ẹ fún mi lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ mi, ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n lọ sára mi sọ̀rọ̀ mi ò ní lọ, I want to say we are very sorry. Torí tá a bá sọ pé a sọ́rí, nǹkan méjì ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. The first thing is ẹni tá a ṣẹ̀ will start calling people ọmọ máa bọ́ sí náà. Tí mo bá rí ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn máa kó ẹ̀ lọ́mọ ni. Tí mo bá rí ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọlé mọ́. Ṣé màá wá sí torí pé mo fẹ́ dìbò máa dọ́kọ̀ mi lé mi nílé? Mi ò ní dáhùn. So the first thing tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé that is what they call voter party. Àti sọ fún gbogbo ẹbí wa pé tí mo bá rí ẹ̀ǹtà tó o bá lọ sínú òun lọ dìbò máa kọ̀ ẹ̀. Ìtorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe jẹ́ pé ìgbà tán bá máa wá kà á máa jẹ́ méjì mẹ́ta torí pé a ti sọ fún wọn pé kán máa wà. Another thing ni pé mo tún fẹ́ sọ wípé we are very sorry. Ìkejì tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣe pé mi ò bọ́ síta mi ò dìbò. Àwọn míì máa bọ́ síta tẹ́ máa rí wọn everywhere busy doing nothing, acting without thinking, tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Tó bá wá ti ní pẹ́ni tó ń ètì yẹn bó tiẹ̀ ti ń ga, wàá máa gbọ́ orí ọ̀tá mo lẹ́wà. Ẹwà lábẹ́tẹ̀, ẹnu ya anybody ẹgbẹ́ bá lọ bọ̀. Ẹ̀jọ̀ èmi ìyá anybody tí mo ti torí Ọlọ́run wá bó ti tẹ́ ẹnu ayé mi bàjẹ́, ṣé wà wá lọ́jọ́ mi? Mi ò ní wá ẹ ti mọ́ mi lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ mi lápá tí mi mọ́wọ́ tí mi ò mọ ẹsẹ̀. Next time mi ò ní wá, so next election ó tún máa lò. Torí ẹ̀ ni mo tún sọ pé we are very sorry. Gbogbo bí tá a ti ṣe everybody ṣẹ́ni tó bá tó àsìkò èèyàn. The same basket will hold water. Apẹ̀rẹ̀ á gbé omi fún ẹ tó bá tó àsìkò tẹ̀. Kó má sí nítòsí kó wà ní abúlé. Ẹnìkan recommend ẹ̀ka lọ sọ pé ẹ lọ bá mi wá wá. Tòtòrí pé kò tí ì pàṣípò ẹ̀yẹ. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a ṣe é fún lọ di pé a lọ sí police station after the election. Àbí ẹni tó ní bá lọ́gọ̀ọ̀sì àwọn bọ́ìsì tiẹ̀ náà fọ̀ ọ̀kan ọmọ ẹ lórí. No election worth dying for. Kí mo fẹ́ kú torí election. No election worth going to prison for. The highest they will do for your wife, wọ́n gbẹ́rẹ́ sí báàgì for 100,000. Ṣé nǹkan tí àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ fẹ́ máa tiẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn? Ètò bá bẹ̀ lọ sí prison, wọ́n fún ẹ ní 100,000 àti búrẹ́dì lóògùn méjì táwọn senior àtúgbò àlọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ prison. ẹjọ́ tó bá ti bọ́ síta bí kò mọ nìyẹn wọ́n lè sọ pé two million naira fún báyìí tó bá ṣe bóyá instant ballot boxes. Please, on behalf of the 19 political parties in Nigeria, I want to say we are sorry. Another thing is that is one point. Exchange my value. The second thing tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn kì í bọ́ síta láti dìbò. Àkọ́kọ́ ni pé táì gba wà yìí ebi ń pa ìlú ò fara rọ àti tá a bá máa kọ́ra wa. Ẹ̀yin máàmì ìyá lọ́jà mo fẹ́ ṣe practical example. Ẹ wá rí mi tí mo gbé flag party mi mú bọ̀ nínú ọjà kí ni ẹ máa kọ́kọ́ sọ? Kí ni àwọn ìyá lọ́jà máa sọ? Òrà wo lórí burúkú wọ́n tún ti ń bọ̀? Nǹkan tẹ́ máa sọ nǹkan táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ní à ń sọ rẹ̀. Wọ́n tún ti fẹ́ wá gbá wa fún ọdún mẹ́rin yìí. Ìwọ wá wò pé ṣé ẹ̀yà wèrè bó o ṣe sọ yẹn àwọn èèyàn ní jáde torí o ti lé bad example. I expect you to be like ẹjọ́ a máa ṣe dáadáa. Tell them the reason why you are the best candidate. Tell them the reason why you will do good. Kò sọ pé báwọn ẹ ṣe sọ pé orí ẹ̀kọ́ ṣì kúrò wọ́n lọ́nà ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ṣì dànù. Àwọn èèyàn ní jáde. That is the second reason tó jẹ́ pé ìbò wò ìfi ń pọ̀. Another thing ni pé sábà tún ṣe campaign wa. There's something tí àwọn candidates máa ń ṣe. No, not candidates, àwọn followers candidates. When you see a poster, tẹ́nìkan ti ṣe. You now take your own poster and paste it on another kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ insecurity. Ojú ọ̀run tẹ́lẹ̀ fò láì farapọ̀ra. Lẹ́yìn wọ́n bá ti mú apá bíbá, ìwọ mú apá bíbá kò lè rárá. Fọ̀kọ́rí pé ṣàfẹ́ bá jà àlẹ́ níjà. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa. Àná, yesterday was the political leaders meeting. Gbogbo political party chairman àná la ṣe meeting. You need to see how myself, the Labour Party, tá ń ṣe lépa. Àwọn wò pé báwo la ṣe ń ṣe lépa yìí, kí ló dé táwọn followers wa máa ń ṣe àwọn léṣe tó bá dórí field. Nígbà táwọn tó ní pátì tọ́jú lórí pátì ń ṣe eré ṣàwàdà. Àwọn aṣeré títí di 4 lánàá, all political party chairman. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá jẹ́ dídẹ̀ máa dórí field ẹ̀ máa gúnra yín lọ́rẹ̀. To me, it doesn't make sense. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe mí léṣe fún ìwọ kọ́ ló dìbò? Ìwọ kọ́ òkú fàtẹ́ lómi òkan mẹ́rin tó ń dìbò wàá máa pèrè ẹlẹ́rù kú tó bá kó kú dànù ní kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. So I want to plead pé kájọ kò sí nǹkan tó yẹ ká fàjà. Àlejò rẹ̀ òkùnkọ̀ tó bá ti dìbò ní kálukú ọ́fẹ̀sì bísíǹsì ẹ̀. Bọ̀ bá ṣe ọ́fẹ̀sì bísíǹsì yẹn ẹ má jẹ́ ká jà rárá. Kò sí nǹkan tó kọ́ ẹ̀dùn débẹ̀ dìbò ókè mo fẹ́ dúró mo fẹ́ pọ́ǹkà lẹ́sùn sẹ́yìn káwọn olókùn fi ṣe tán. Bọ̀bọ̀ wa máa wò pé tó bá tẹ̀ka síbẹ̀ yẹn máa ná yí ẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Ìjà máa tún ṣẹlẹ̀. Please ẹ jẹ́ ká débẹ̀ ká tẹ̀ka. Number 3. 5 àdúgbò ló ti lọ́wọ́. Another thing ni pé ṣé mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló máa dé polling unit ó máa débẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ ní dìbò. Nígbà tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn ń gbóyún kò sí ibi tó fẹ́ jókòó sí. Kò sí bí ọ̀pọ̀ tàkẹ́ romi kẹ́ẹ̀dá sílẹ̀ kẹ́ everybody mú mi. Àwọn arúgbó àwọn dájú wa máa ṣe ìkọ̀kọ̀. Wọ́n bá rọ ọmọ kékeré ohun tó fáyín gẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń hájà. Mo kò sí nǹkan tí mi ò lè ṣe ọmọ ilé kékeré mi ẹjọ́ kan dé polling unit wọ́n á darúgbó ọjọ́ ni. Láwọn máa wá bí wọ́n máa jókòó sí. Tí ìdàgbọ̀n kò ṣọ̀tẹ́ ẹ lò ń gbàtẹ́ rọmọ ẹ má bá wa lò ní polling unit. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn òyà wá rí àyè jókòó. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn olóyún ráyè jókòó. Ẹ máa mẹ̀tẹ́ ìsìnkú ẹ jẹ́. Sọ ẹ jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ má ẹ jẹ́ kí ìjọba no last election mo wà wíwẹ̀ pé state government provide àbí local government wọ́n provide canopy kìíní ẹjọ́ ẹjẹ́ wọ́n máa provide so that àwọn tó wà vulnerable wọ́n máa ráyè jókòó less privileged I mean the people living with disability will be able to sit the pregnant woman will be able to sit àwọn àgbàlagbà obìnrin they will be able to sit. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin ẹ̀mẹ̀tẹ́ sí ìlànà. On the final note, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, yesterday bàtà ṣe meeting, the INEC said tó bá jẹ́ pé ní polling unit ẹ̀ èèyàn 1,005 ló máa ń dìbò, wọ́n ti cut gbogbo polling unit to be 750. So ibi tó bá ti jẹ́ èèyàn 7,005 ló ń dìbò ní fún INEC, wọ́n máa pín sọ́nà mẹ́wàá. Each polling unit ò ní ju 750 lọ. That is why tó ṣe jẹ́ pé 24 hours before election, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo the task force kó má dọ́jọ́ yẹn ká máa sáré kiri. I love you all.
Well, I would also like to, I would not like to stand on the established protocol so that protocol will not spoil. I would like to lean on it, your well-established protocol. Well, first and foremost, I want to appreciate the organizers of this great program, the community hub. So not to belittle you, the deputy governor is unavoidably absent. He has a state function as he has gone to, so he said I should say one or two things. Well, I also want to appreciate the speakers who have spoken earlier for their well-thought messages, especially my sister, who has actually gingered this gathering. Well, I'll be talking from a different perspective. And the first thing I want us to look at, to see is this. Well, she said a lot of things why people don't come out to vote, why they are always not ready to come out to vote on election days. Well, for me, there is this saying by one of our philosophers. He said, bad leaders, are elected by good followers who decide not to vote. If you understand it well, bad leaders are elected by good followers who refuses to vote. And I'll try to explain it better. Well, let's look at Ifakojai, for example. In Nigeria, generally, we have 774 local governments, I guess. And all these local governments, we have elected chairmen. You understand? So, in Ifakojai, for example, we have well over 600 roads, streets, and roads. Put together, 630 something. I can't really remember the figure. And if a local government is elected in Ifakojai, for example, and that local government chairman decides that from the allocation coming from the federal government, I want to fix a road, just a road, just fixing the road in a year. Now, let's multiply that road by 774. That means if each local government chairman that is elected by us decides to fix a road in Nigeria, we have 774 roads. So that 774 road will have 774 contractors working on those roads. Each contractor will have nothing less than 10 workers. So that is 10 workers multiplied by 774 roads. On that road, we'll have the rice seller who is selling rice to the contractors, the workers. We have someone who sells pure water there. But because this thing is not happening, because there are a lot of us who have decided to say, okay, I will just sit on the fence, I will not vote. Look at, I'll cite another example. Look at Lagos State. Look at Lagos State, for example. The last election, it sends a signal. And that signal is that when people wake up to vote, when we decide that no, we want to choose our leaders, we come out en masse, the political class will sit upright. The political class will sit upright. But because we have decided to say, oh, Kokowa, we don't want to care. And the mistake we are making is this. There is virtually nothing that is not being decided by those leaders we elect. When you want to enter a primary school, 90% of what you present is given to you by the leaders you elect. So they decide our fate. So they decide our fate. When you want to enter secondary school, the school leaving certificate you want to present is given by the leaders we elect. Okay? When you want to enter an institution, most of the things you present is given by the leaders we elect. So when we decide that we want to sit down and we elect the bad leaders, it means that we have allowed, by our own decision, we have given the bad ones to decide our fate. So when we have people who are reasonable, who are sensible, who are more enlightened, we have decided to just sit on the fence and allow those who knows nothing to lead us. So those are the problems we keep having when we decide that no, we will not vote. We'll just sit down at home. It doesn't concern us. So those are the mistakes that we actually make by not coming out to vote, not coming out to decide the kind of people we want to lead us. So, like my sister has said, I also want to plead. Okay, before I plead, I want to say something. Please, I want us to listen to this thing. Today, if a politician comes here now and tell you, we want you to do something for us, it is most likely that we will not listen to them. Do you know it is most likely we will not listen to them because we don't trust them. But if our pastor comes here now and says to the congregation, let's do this, we do it perfectly. If the imam comes to the member on Friday and says, Muslims, let's do this, we do it right. Why don't we now use that front to be those that are reasonable, those that are responsible? But we have decided, the Christian faith, the Muslim faith has decided that, òṣèlú power ọ̀rọ̀ náà nìkan ló kọ̀ wá. And we forget one thing, the laws the political class is using is a man-made law. It's a man-made law. And there is no way a man-made law will be perfect. There will be mistakes. But if those that have the fear of God comes into position, whether we like it or not, by using the man-made law, they will also use the fear of God to deal in a lot of things. And that's the fact. And you know, by electing those that doesn't even have the fear of God, those that doesn't even know anything, it will affect our churches, it will affect our mosques. It will affect the life of our children, and that's the fact. So sitting down and saying, ó kàn wá gidi gan. So it is very, very important to make sure that we participate in that process. So the last thing I will say again is this. One of my spiritual fathers, he will say, you can never be a part of a process to remove someone in power if you are not part of the process that brought that person to power. So if you are not part of the people, whether you are Labour Party, APC, whatever party we are, if we don't decide to be part of the people that will bring our leaders into power, the fact is, they will not even be bothered about us. They will not be bothered about us because they will know it will be very easy for them to manipulate the small number of people that want to come out to vote. Somehow they will say something. Election will change. Election the result is sooner around. Elections that can be manipulated is elections that the result is very close. But a situation where the populace says, ṣẹ́gbẹ́ nìyí kò dáa, gbẹ́gbẹ́ gbélé, apá náà fẹ́ tí community bá náà wò fẹ́, ọ̀ fẹ́ nìyẹn o. And that is the fact. But as if the right was there for a certain set of people to decide. That is why today we have the powerless majority and the powerful minority. Which is wrong. The majority should be powerful, not the minority. So for us to get it right, we all must be fully involved. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká jókòó sórí fẹ́ǹsì pé a fẹ́ ṣe mọ́. Bàbá jókòó tá a bá náà fẹ́ ṣe, àwa náà ló máa padà wá affect. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà ní táyà ni wá bá ń jẹ táwa ṣe kí ni ta dákẹ́ kúrò ní ẹ̀ka ṣe kí ni bó ṣe bí òfin. Thank you and God bless you.
To it. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Somebody forwarded this question to me. The question reads us, what is the guarantee that adequate storage will be on ground? Last election, they used to threaten voters. Mi ò ní tọ̀lé jẹ àwọn àtàwọn ní Lasiec January 10 ní gómìnà sún àwọn yìí pẹ̀lú chairman àti other commissioners láti January ní láti ṣe iṣẹ́ takuntakun títí ṣe báyìí láti make sure pé àṣẹ election on security even as at yesterday ní ọ́fíìsì wa ní Sábóyàmà a lè ṣe meeting pẹ̀lú àwọn security agencies. Navy ni o, the Air Force ni o, police, neighborhood watch, civil defence, gbogbo ọ̀nà wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Àní tí ẹlẹ́sìn lọ lóòrèkóòrè, àti lọ ní commissioner of police, ó ti àṣọ wa pé ọmọ fún asídọ́tì, a tún ti fi ọ́fíìsì wa sílẹ̀ àlọ́ sí Àbújá, àlọ́ bá inspector general of police. Ó náà àṣọ wa pé the police Èkó náà bá lè kó máa wá àwọn police ní àwọn other state tó ní ẹ̀kọ́ láti support wa. As far as security is concerned, àwọn sójà kan máa wà ground. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sójà mi wà nínú kúlíkùtù orí ọlọ́pàá o. Ẹ̀tọ́ á wà at a small distance so that if ọba ti kọjá agbára ọlọ́pàá, they will move in. Owó security ẹ̀ wà important because tí ọba security ara àwọn èèyàn ò ní yá láti lọ dìbò. But everything has to put in place. But security ọlọ́run lójú. Àwọn akọ̀ ṣàgbára ni ẹ̀tọ́ náà fún wa ṣe. What happened to those who have been paid PC or has done 18 years? Mo ti dáhùn yẹn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wípé INEC portal ló máa lọ. INEC portal ló máa lọ. Ẹni tí ó bá ti fọ́ pípí tí a máa ṣe ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá ìmú débẹ̀ wọ́n lè ṣe ẹsẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́ tí pípí tí a bá ti pọ̀ sí méjì wọ́n lè ṣe ẹsẹ̀. Ẹ tó bá forúkọ sí àrárá ìyẹn máa lè díẹ̀.
I am sorry about your experience, but I want to tell you that Lagos State recognizes that Lagos is a multicultural, multi-ethnic, and multi-religious state. And Lasiec does recognize that too. So nobody has the right to prevent you from casting your vote. And like I said, civic education is very important in matters like this. If you are aware of your rights, you know that as a registered voter in Lagos State, you are entitled to vote. When you get to a polling station and they are refusing for you to vote, insist on your rights and record the proceeding. If they are still preventing you from voting, take out your camera, record why you are insisting that yes, you are registered, it's your polling unit, and you should vote. I believe nobody should be discriminated against when we are doing the electoral process. When you are supposed to cast your ballot, nobody, no police officer, no electoral officer, nobody has the right to stop you from casting your vote. We've heard from Lasiec how we are to conduct ourselves during the election. They told us how to turn prints on the ballot paper so that our votes are not void, so that our votes are valid. And we've also heard from my sister here telling us that we should avoid voter apathy and make sure we all come out to participate and vote during the election. If you don't vote, if you don't cast your vote, the person that you not even want to be in the aim of affairs will be there. So it's important for all of us to make sure we come out, listen to what they are promising you, and make sure you vote for that person you believe has your best interest at heart. Thank you very much.
Òótọ́ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ̀yin bàbá ẹ̀yin màmá ẹ jáde tó bá dijọ́ ìbò Lagos State local government ló ń bọ̀ yìí ẹ dákun ẹ má jókòó sílé ẹ má fìdí kalẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ má wá sọ pé lágbájá ló da tàmọ̀dò ló sùn ẹ̀ ìwọ náà jáde lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò kọ́ lè yẹn ní tó fẹ́ ẹni ṣe ọwọ́ ẹ̀yin oníṣòwò ẹ̀yin ìyálọ́jà gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá lọ́jà ẹ jáde ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò ẹ lọ dìbò fẹ́ni tó wù yín tó rọ́ sílé ọ̀nà pété ẹ̀ dè ọ́ wọn èépín yán lélẹ̀ ìdọ̀mọ̀kọ ẹ jáde ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ ìdìbò.
ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kejìlá ó dìbò.
àjọ Lasiec Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission ló ní kẹ́ ẹ jáde kẹ́ ẹ lọ rèé dìbò.
ẹ̀yin bàbá ẹ dìbò ẹ̀yin màmá ẹ dìbò ẹsẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹ dìbò ìyálọ́jà ẹ dìbò babalọ́jà ẹ dìbò òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ẹ dìbò alákọ̀wé ẹ dìbò. mọ́jọ́ ó sílé kọ́ sọ pé wọ́n ò ní dìbò ọmọ pé ìbò là á fi yẹn ni tó bá wù ni là á fi yẹn ni tá a bá fẹ́ kìí ṣe pé kọ́ ọmọ pariwo yóò tiẹ̀ dìbò ọtí wọlé ọmọ pé ìbò rẹ ló lè gbé wọlé ní ìbò tiẹ̀ ìbò tèmi ló lè gbé wọlé ẹ jáde ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ dìbò àjọ Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission àwọn ni wọ́n sọ pé ká ẹ jáde ká ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ dìbò.
ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kejìlá ó dìbò náà.
Lagos State ìbò.